Welcome everyone to episode 1 of my free-to-play Road to Glory on FIFA Mobile 23. In our first episode, I'm going to see if I could reach a 100 overall team in our first day of playing the game. So of course, to kick off our journey, we had to do the kickoff event. We had the beginner, intermediate, and expert stages. After the beginner stage, of course, we claimed the Christian Pulisic. After the intermediate stage, we claimed Kai Havertz. And then for the final stage, we ended up getting lucky enough to pack Ruben Diaz. So that event was great, giving us silver, gold, and elite level players, which really helps out the team. But now it was time to go through the store and to see what free packs we could open today to see if we could pack any big players. And we got really lucky on the Future Stars pack, packing a 102 overall goalkeeper, which is insane. So that's a big step forward for the team. And then we also ended up picking up a 100 overall center attacking mid from the Lantern Festival pack. From there, we went into the Star Pass, which is a great tool for beginner players to get stuff like coins, players, and gems. So we went in, claimed a bunch of the stuff that we had already unlocked, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more in a later video. But we did get 2 massive UCL players, which are going to get us even closer to our 100 overall goal. So at this point, I'd only played maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and now it was time to get into the main event that's currently happening in the game, which is the UCL Event. The UEFA Champions League is going on, and so they're celebrating it by having a bunch of different skill games, different matches in general, and rewards in this UCL 22-23 event. So there's a few different ways that we can earn rewards from here, but the first one that I went after was playing the Verse Attack and the regular matches to earn points for later rewards as well as players. Now the first few games that I went through, I just played with the regular team that we had. I didn't really bother upgrading the team that we initially had, which was a bunch of silver and gold players. And it did pretty well. The teams we play in the matches themselves are not high rated, so it's actually really easy to take care of them. I honestly go in, score 1 goal, and then let the AI play for the rest of the match. When it comes to Verse Attack, it's a little bit more difficult. You do get to choose a pre-built team. You choose one of the teams in the Champions League. I always went with PSG, and then you're going to face off against another player online in Verse Attacks. So it gets more difficult the further you get into it, but overall, it's not too bad. So it took some time, but eventually I was able to complete all of the Verse Attack matches as well as the regular matches where we use our normal team versus a set team by the game. And over time, we ended up getting a bunch of similar positioned players for all of our rewards, mainly midfielders, and we really needed attackers. And that's why it was great when we finally got our first striker on the final reward for this campaign, which was the 106 rated overall Andre Silva. This is incredible. I'm so excited to add him to the team. But that was not the end of the rewards for us, because for every one of these games that we ended up completing, we also earned these UCL tokens, which could be used in the reward path. So with the reward pass, all we're doing is spending these tokens on these different checkpoints, and a handful of these checkpoints give us players. So when we completed these, we ended up getting a handful of these 100 plus rated UCL players, which was great additions for the team. But once again, almost all of them were midfielders, so they won't all make the cut, but eventually we could use them for exchanges or other great things in the game. So that entire process really got us closer to our end goal for this video. The final thing I had to do was claim the final player from the Star Pass, which happened to be a right back, which works out perfectly for us because we were missing one of our defensive positions. And with that, it was now time to build out our final squad. And so we put all the players that we had accumulated over this about an hour-and-a-half time span into the team. I had to switch around the formation a little bit so that we could have people fit into there. But once all was said and done, we ended off with a 102 overall team in about an hour-and-a-half of starting this game. So that's crazy. Did we hit 100 overall in one day? Yes. Was this a great start to the series? Yes, and I'm very excited to make more videos for you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing more content from me, make sure to subscribe and drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.